I remember when I was kid, me and my friends used to come together and hang a matki on high building, then climb on each other to break that matki with flute. That's how we celebrated Janmashtami. And I'm sure you must also feel nostalgic with the memories of Janmashtami. And bakers are always trying to bring back such memories into the creation of their cakes. And for that, I'm bringing this workshop on how to make chocolatey matuki and chocolatey flute. But before we dive into our today's chocolatey session, if you are looking to level up your baking game, turn simple ingredients into stunning dessert while mastering the professional recipes, then you have come to the right place because that's exactly what I do. I upload once a week. And if this sounds delicious to you, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss our weekly uploads. Now, let's dive into our chocolatey session. For our Janmashtami special, chocolate matuki and chocolate flute, we will start with matuki because it will be much simpler for you to start your chocolate creations with. Then slowly we will move with the next stage. So it will get little bit difficult, but if you follow the same process and same steps, you will also be able to make beautiful chocolate matki and chocolate flute also. Now, to make matuki, I have taken semicircle mold. You can take different size of mold depending upon the availability with you or the size of matuki you want to make. Here I have taken bigger size of semicircle round. You can see it's the biggest size for the chocolate creation available. Then there is the bigger silicone semicircle molds which are used for the pinata cakes. So here I have taken this one. Now what we will do is make shell for our matuki. For that I have taken chocolate from Crazyville. It's a Crazyville compound for dark chocolate, and with the help of brush we will start making the coat on our silicone mold. Now for on the very first layer we will focus to cover all the areas into the cavity, and then in the second layer we will focus on getting the thickness of our matuki so it does not break very easily when we are putting any fillings inside it or we are just transferring it from the base to cake. So here I have just melted our compound, and with help of brush I will just simply dip it in and then start applying into the mold. Now always remember when you are working with the silicone mold, keep a base at the bottom. So here I have taken a cake base which will give the support. So if you are putting it into the refrigerator or transferring from one place to another place, so if you directly pick up the silicone mold, it will bend and may make cracks in your chocolate garnish. So always make sure that you are using base for the support. So once I have coated the shells, I will be able to directly lift it from the help of base. So there will be no chances of mold getting squeezed or breaking our chocolate shell. Now in the first go, my focus is to just cover the shell cavity completely, and there should be no hollow spaces. Once I have achieved this, I will let it set. It will be very thin shell which will not be able to retract it, but our main focus is to just cover all the areas. In the second go, we will give the thickness to our mold. Now you can do same thing with cabochon chocolates as well, the pure chocolate. You just need to temper the chocolate and then the steps will be same. Once the chocolate is tempered properly, we will directly start applying onto the mold. Here I am showing you with the compounds so you can easily understand and learn very quickly. So if you are just starting, if you are just making it for the very first time, if you are working with the chocolate creations for the first time, it will be quite easy for you to understand the process and how to work with the compounds. Now you can see I have covered almost all the area of our cavity with chocolate. Now I let it set in refrigerator, and then once this has set, we will apply second coat, and in second coat we will focus on thickness. Now you can see our first coat has set properly. Now we will start applying our second coat to give the thickness to our shell. Now what happens is when you have put it in refrigerator, the mold has also got cold and the our shell has also got cold. So when you will start applying the chocolate, it will easily start setting on the chocolate. So you will easily get that thick shell very by just applying the chocolate, and then we will just put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes to retract it properly. Also, you can give the thickness depending upon the need of your shell. For example, you are just using it to put it as a garnish on cake, then you can just keep a semi-thin shell and just put it on the cake. But if you want to fill it with something like chocolate or a special Janmashtami special, that makhan, desi ghee, then you need to give little more thickness to the shell. So when you put fillings inside it, it does not break very easily or crack it very easily. So that way you can make sure that the thickness is depending achieved by the desired result. Now for right now I am just showing you with very little bit of fillings inside it, and I am using the bigger mold, but the capacity inside the cavity will be little less. So we will be just using chocolates to fill it, or we will just use it as a garnish on the cake. So we don't need very thick shell, so I will just do the 2 coats of chocolate. But if you feel that you want to make a little bit more thicker, then you can apply 3 coats as well. Also, you can use the piñata mold in the same process, and you can achieve the piñata cake looking like a matki. You can follow the same steps which I will show you moving further. You can follow same in the piñata mold, and then you can make piñata cake matki as well. Now I am almost done with the second coat as well. You can see, you can already see the thickness of the shell. It bulges inside the cavity, and thickness should be enough that the two shells can be sticked with each other very easily. If you have any queries related to this garnish, you can feel free to comment down in comment box. I would be really happy to read the comments and help you solve your queries. Now it's almost done. We'll just let it set again in refrigerator for 2 to 3 minutes, and then once it sets we will be able to remove it from our mold, and then we can move to second step. Now you can see our second coating has set properly, and it has a good thick layer, so we can unmold it. So I'm just gonna show you by unmolding it from the silicone mold. Then we will just keep it aside. We will make our all the elements, and then we will again assemble it. You can see, sorry, you can see how beautiful this looks. It has a very good gloss and shine. You can see the enough thickness to stick with other shell. Now I'm just going to put it back in to the silicone mold, and we will again unmold it while we are assembling the whole matki. Now we will move towards our next element for the matki, that is the ring above the matki. So you must have seen the shape of that matki, which has a proper ring to hold the matki and also to cover it. So for that I'll be using 2 different sizes of ring. Again, you have to select the rings depending upon the size of the mold which you have used to make matki shape. So here I will be using 2 small rings, and to make the ring I will use one OHP sheet, put bigger ring, and then properly place it in the center. Now just take the melted chocolate and fill it in piping bag. If you are making a bigger ring, then it's okay, you can directly pour it from the bowl itself. But if you are making small one, I would recommend to use a piping bag. Just transfer your chocolate into the piping bag, and then you can pipe it in this small cavity. Here I have filled our piping bag. I'll just make a slit and pipe it in the between space. make sure that your ring is kept in center. We will again give the finishing work when we will be assembling the whole matuki, but make sure the cavity in between is in center, so you don't have to work too much to get the finishing. Thickness is depend on your desired level of the thickness of the size. Now just gently tap it. Once you have tapped it properly, you can see it is flat now. Now we will put it in the refrigerator until it's completely set and brittle, that we can remove our rings easily from the chocolate without breaking it. Until our ring sets, let's make some small decorations for our matuki, for which I have taken OHP sheet over here and I will be using modeling chocolate. Many of you must be knowing it as a plastic chocolate or a modeling chocolate, which can be made very easily with 2 ingredients. I have mentioned the recipe in the description, so you can make it on your own, or you can easily order it online from Amazon or any different bakeware stores, where you will easily get the ready-made modeling chocolate. Now, I prefer modeling chocolate over sugar paste, because when you're working with the chocolate garnishes, you should be using chocolate so it gels up very easily, and the final product is also made with completely of chocolate. So I'm using modeling chocolate over here, and for the garnish decoration work I'll be using this pearl set and this mold, silicone mold, where I will be taking just this part so I can decorate it. Now how I will use it, I will just take small piece of modeling chocolate and then gently press it inside the mold, so no cavity is empty in there. Then with help of knife I will remove the excess. You can see it has set, take the complete shape of it. Now slowly you can pull it out with your fingers, press the silicone mold in the opposite direction, and here you have this cute garnish ready for your matuki. Now because of the gloves I'm wearing, I'm not sure if it is properly visible or not. Let me just put it on the silicone mat so you will have a clear picture about it. You can see how beautiful this looks. In similar way, I will make this one single one also. I think I can use it somewhere in matuki to decorate it, and then I will be making this small pearls to make the rim look more attractive. So I will make one of this and few of this one. So here I have made decorations for the matuki with modeling chocolate. You can see the pearl rim with this small garnishes. Now we will let it set at air conditioning room, or you can put it in refrigerator for 2 to 3 minutes, so it will set properly, so you can easily lift it and stick it on the sides of the matuki. But until that happens, we will keep it aside and remove our ring from the mold. Now our ring, which was setting in the refrigerator, is ready. We will unmold it, and you can see once the chocolate will have set properly, it will come out of the ring very easily. You can just lift it up and then slowly push it down. So the bigger ring is out, and here we have chocolate ring ready, which will go on the top of our matuki to give a finishing look. So now this is also ready. So most of the part for the matuki is ready. Let me just remove our semicircles from the mold and keep it on this plate. So the base of the matuki, face of the matuki, so the opening part and the decorations which is setting, all is ready. So now we will start working on the part of our flute, and then we will make everything ready once at a time. So now I will keep this aside and we will start working on the flute. Now we will start making flute. Now flute will be one of the easy and hardest thing to make while making the chocolate garnish. Why? Because when you will start making it will be very easy to follow the steps, but when you are removing the flute from the our mold which we will make for the flute, it will be very difficult and delicate to remove it. So you need to be very careful while working to make flute. So first I have taken one small OHP sheet which I will roll to make a flute. So just roll it into the thickness which you want for your flute. Bigger the longer the flute, you can put more thickness, but smaller the flute, it is recommended to make thinner flute. So just roll it properly, and then with help of masking tape or a cello tape, just stick it together. So I will just again roll it. It will be very tricky, but once you have rolled it, you can stick it and it will be ready. Now we will stick the other part as well. So sticking the part will be very easy. Once it is done, just make sure all the edges are properly sticked so chocolate won't flow out from any of the corners, and then we will seal one of its side so you can pour the chocolate inside it. Okay, so it has been sticked from all the sides. Now with help of a cling film, we will seal one of its side. I've taken cling film over here, and then we will just cut a small portion from it, and then we will stick it at the bottom. We have to make sure it's very tight, or else when you will pipe the chocolate inside it, it will start flowing down. So you have to make sure it's properly tightly packed. Use as many as you want, because making sure that it's properly tightly packed is more important, because if it starts leaking you won't be able to do anything once the chocolate is inside it. So it's better to seal it before you do it. Now we will start piping our chocolate from here. I will use the same chocolate which I used in my piping cone to make the ring. Now let me just grab a piping chocolate. Now let's start inside it. Pipe very slowly so you can control the flow and there is no too many of the air bubbles. So keep an eye and slowly pipe the chocolate inside it. Keep it shaking in between, so if there is any air pocket made, you can just pop it. It's almost full. Keep on tapping it and again pipe it till the edge. Once it is done, what you can do is pipe it little bit more, completely fill it, and then once it's completely filled, keep on fingers so it doesn't bulge out. Once it's filled, you can keep it in refrigerator to set it in sometime for 3 to 4 minutes. So there will be a thin shell made on the surface, or else you can just completely froze it to whole stick is made, and then we can just carve out a flute from it. So I think we will follow the second method to completely freeze it. But if you are making it professionally, if you want to make more detailed version, what you can do is just set it for a few minutes, then remove the excess chocolate from the center and make the shell from it. So now I will just put it in refrigerator to set. Use any type of glass jar or container to hold the stick inside it so it's not tilted too much, and directly just put it in the refrigerator this way only. Now our stick for the flute has set properly. We will unmold it. Always make sure that you do it very carefully, because if you are opening this plastic and it flips up very quickly, then it might break your stick. So always do it with utmost care. Use a knife to slit out the tape which you have sticked, and slowly cut out from the clean film which we have applied to avoid the leakage of chocolate. And it's okay if the small amount of chocolate has leaked, because that way will give finishing, so we will be able to remove it. As I mentioned earlier, that it would be easier to start making the flute, but it will get difficult as we move forward removing it, because we have to stick it very tightly so that the overflow doesn't happen. So while removing it, we need to very carefully cut through the cling film and the sellotape. Once it gets removed, it will be again easy. Okay, you can see. And here you have chocolate stick ready to make into flute. Now, as I also mentioned, that if you want to make a hollow stick, you can follow the same method. Just fill it, let it set in refrigerator for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can remove the chocolate from the center and let it set. So you will have a hollow strip, but it will be more delicate to remove. So if you are starting for the first time or making it for the first time, always focus on making this complete stick, so you will have a clear idea on how you can work making with the flute of chocolate. Now most of the parts are ready. Now we will start working on the assembly of the flute and our matuki. So let's first collect all the parts of it. So here I have the matuki base with the rim. Then here I have the decorations. So we will start by assembling it, and then we will decorate it, and then we will finally cover it with the gold dust. So now we will start assembling our Janmashtami special chocolate matki and flute. For that, what I will do is I will just boil some water on the saucepan and then use one aluminium plate. So what will happen is we will have hot plate ready. So here we will have hot surface in which we will be able to give finishing on our half semicircles of chocolates. So when you rub it on the plate, you will be able to give finishing and then stick it with each other. Then with help of your finger, just spread the chocolate on the edges so it gets properly sealed. You can see a good finishing of the chocolate ball is ready, and your chocolate ball is ready. Now to give it a matki shape, what we will do is we will use this cutter, we'll just warm it up on the hot plate, and then we will just make the incision on the top of it, so we have idea how much we need to carve out to make a look of a mataki. So once this uh, gets a little bit warm, you can just put it on the ball and rotate on it, so it will make incision on the chocolate bowl. You can see the light incision mark bowl, so we know how much we need to rub. Now just put it on the bowl and start rubbing. Keep rubbing on until you have achieved the that empty circle. So you have seen that the hollow cavity has started to begin into the bowl. So keep checking. So if you are just doing it in the off side, you can just check and then rub it on the other side. See, it's getting good finishing. It's becoming hollow. All little more, and we will be ready. Okay. With help of your finger, just give little more finishing. Now, here is the part where we will stick our ring. You can see it will be the exact same size and it will give the effect of Matuki. But we will now I will just keep this aside and start working on this and give more finishing. Now, what here we will do is we will make it little thinner and we'll also give it a little shape, curved shape, so it will look more like a matki. So first, once it is a little bit thin, you can rub on the other side. Make it more thin, and see thickness is reduced drastically. Now I will just keep it aside. While you are working with the hot plate, it will start accumulating chocolate which will be melted. You can just use a simple scraper and transfer it on this side. So after you are done with the hot plate, you can take the excess chocolate and reuse it. Now I will again put it in center. And this time I will also rub edges of this ring to make it more curved in shape. So it will have the round finishing on the ring. With help of finger, you will rub it. You can see how quickly it is taking the finishing because it's already rubbed on the hot plate. So it will be warm, chocolate will be warm, and it will give finishing however you like it. You can see the edges are curved and have more round finishing. You can keep rubbing on it and give it more refined shape. Wherever you feel you need it, you can just rub it on the plate and then again use your finger to give finishing. Yeah. Now it's time to stick it. So we will just again rub it on the plate, give the final bottom melting part, and then we will directly stick it on our matuki. Here I have matuki like a drum, and we will stick it over here. You can see, doesn't it looks too cute? Now just press it properly and stick it. And if it doesn't stick, you can just pick it up. Maybe the hot plates needs to be warmed up a little more. Probably this should work. Once this is done, what you can do is use the same brush which we used to pipe our chocolate, make our shells. Just use it lightly on the edges put chocolate. So this will help you give finishing, make it feel connected. There will be no hollow space, and it will stick it properly to the bottom. Now with help of a finger, rub it so it will have a uniform structure. If you need more, we will just keep it this aside for a few minutes and just warm the plate. Now our plate is warmed again. We will just take the same chocolate, melted and applied on the sides of our matuki. Now with finger, we will give more finishing and depth. Because we will be using hands, I will always suggest to wear gloves because this is edible chocolate which people will consume. So always wear gloves. It's a very common and good practice to use gloves so that your food items doesn't get contaminated with the hands. You can see how slowly the finishing has started to come, and it really looks like a small matki made with uh, hot materials. Even if you are not good with the artistic work, just follow these simple steps and you will be able to give the refined shape of Matuki. Hope it's visible properly to you guys. If any queries, feel free to comment. And if you like this video, you can show your love by liking this video, commenting on it, or share it with your baker friends who would like to make it for you or further orders. And see, we have matki ready. If you want to just remove this edge line, you can just dip your finger and apply chocolate on it. So it will also get smooth texture and line will be removed. You must have seen such type of work done by all the professional chocolatiers. So if you are thinking to make your career in chocolate, this is your sign. You can see a whole matki is ready. Now I will keep this aside. We will decorate it after some time. We will just first give finishing in our flute. For that, I will just reheat our plate again, so we can easily work with it. Now our hot plate is ready. What we will do is give the finishing on the top and bottom part. Just rub it on the plate to make the smooth bottom surface. We will do same with the top part. So it's smoothened out. The bottom is also smoothened out. You can just uh, scrape off the chocolate on the side, and if you want to make it more smooth on the sides, you can just rub it to give more depth and finishing. Just rub it on the plate. So even if your stick has been more thicker, if you want to make it thin, you can do it at this stage. Okay, with help of your fingers It will be little messy, but you will get very good finishing on your flute. And see, got really good finishing. There is a hole cavity which we don't need right now, so we can just fill it with the chocolate, and it's done. Now we will let it rest for some time so the warmed up chocolate sets properly, and then we will carve out the holes for the flute and give that edge finishing of the flute as well with knife. That time we'll just put the hot plate on side and take our matuki. Let this set aside. Now for the matuki, we will start decorating it. To decorate it, what I'm thinking is to use our pearl design on the neck, and then this pieces on the side. Okay, so just take a brush. I'm gonna take a smaller brush and dip it in chocolate. So here I will be taking a small brush. Use the melted chocolate on the hot plate. Apply it on the neck. You need to work very quickly while applying the chocolate, because now at this stage it will start to set very quickly. So here I have that pearl design. We slowly start to wrap it on the neck. Now here we have reached the final place. We'll just cut it, remove the excess part, and you can see we have beautiful rim ready. Now for our sides, we'll be using this as a decoration. Now to stick it, we will follow the same method. We'll just apply small amount of chocolate on the back of this modeling chocolate. Sorry. Once it's done, you can select the placement of it, and then you can stick it. See, looks cute, right? Now again I will apply small amount of chocolate here to stick our drops of modeling chocolate which we used as a design. Keep it bottom, take another part, and we will do same with all the parts until we complete a full circle on the pot. See, this looks already so cute, and minded it's all edible. Modeling chocolate is also edible. The rest of the chocolate we have directly used, that is also edible. So we'll do it for all the parts. You can see I have decorated the matki completely and looks too beautiful. Now if you want to press it, give more finishing, you can do that well as well. You can roll it thin and cut it to decorate it, or you can just paint it with cocoa butter colors to make it more beautiful, however you like it. So matuki is ready. Now we will start working on our flute, and then we will color coat it with golden dust. Hope you have liked the matuki. Now let's keep this side and start working with our flute. Now to decorate the flute, I will make one edge thinner to give it the shape of the flute, which you can be in which you can pipe blow the air. So we will carve out that part with knife, and then you can do is you can use anything. You can use blowtorch or a heat gun just to warm up the knife edge, and so you can carve it very easily. Here I'm showing how to use the blowtorch. Just directly put it on the flame and start carving from it. Be very careful while you are applying the pressure, because more pressure may create cracks in the flute, or it may even break it in two halves. See, so we have chopped off this part. Now we will just give more finishing with our finger as we did in the matuki. Doesn't it look very similar to the flute design? It's all about giving attention to details. As much as you give details, it will look more realistic, and once it will be colored and or will be decorated with the golden dust, it will look way more beautiful. But even with just the chocolate on it, you can see how beautiful this looks. Okay, now for the top part, we will make incisions of the round hole where you can blow the air or use your fingers to adjust the flow of air to make the beautiful sound. For that, I will be using this. This is a tool for making sugar paste work or the chocolate garnishes. You can use this one just in the similar way. Hit it a little bit. Now you might wonder that why I'm using blue torch and not the heat gun or for the dipping it in the hot water, because with the heat blue torch it will have heat holding for the longer period of time. So I will not have to keep on applying the heat to the tools for more times. By just applying it on the one time, I will be able to use it for 2 to 3 times. You can see that this is the first incision which I made at the starting of the flute, where there is the main part where you can blow the air over here or from here. Now we will make incisions on this side. So as I made the first incision, I will in the same line I will start making the incision. Now you can see because of the blue torch it's still hot and I am easily able to make the incision. So I will do same at equal intervals. If you are making life-size flute, I would recommend to take a reference from the real flute and make holes and keep equal distance. If you are just using it for the cake garnishes, you can take the liberty to do the incisions as per your required size of the flute. And with the finger, we will give finishing touch up. So I will just finish this. You can see how beautiful this incisions looks, and the flute shape also looks really pretty. With the fingers you can give more finishing and details, and once you are ready, what you can do is you can decorate it as well with this strip which we had left from the matuki. I would just like to stick it on the ends of the extra part, because I have just give the finishing. The chocolate is little warm and melting, so it will stick very easily. No, I think I will stick it with the chocolate, melted chocolate. You can design it with anything you like. You can make strings of it also and make it hanging on the bottom, the chocolate. But generally, if you are using to decorate the cakes, you will just keep it on the cake, so you can just pull out the strings and put it on the cake itself. And I'm not sure if I should do it on the top, because here it's the main part. So I will just give one covering side on the center also. It will look cute. Okay. So now our flute is also ready and our matuki is also ready. Now we will just clean up our station and keep it ready for the golden dusting, or you can use any different colors also, whichever you like the most. So now our Matuki for Janmashtami is also ready. It is made with complete chocolate, and our flute is also ready. Now we will decorate it with golden dust. Now you can do multiple things to decorate this chocolate garnish. You can apply cocoa butter colors, spray it directly on it, or paint it with paintbrush. Or what I generally prefer, as it is a Janmashtami festival and we will be keeping it on the cake, so I prefer to paint it with golden dust. So here I have taken golden edible golden dust, and I will be using evoporex in small amount. I will add it into the golden dust, mix it with brush, and then we will apply it on our chocolate garnish. Now if you want to use different colors, you can use different colors as well. It's completely up to you how you want to decorate. And if you want to decorate it with different colors, it is recommended that you use cocoa butter colors, which will be easily applied on the chocolate garnish, and you will be easily able to draw on it. Then you can use markers, different edible markers, to paint on it as well. Make smooth color consistency, which you can apply. So if required, add a little bit more evaporex into it and mix it until it has reached a smooth consistency, which you can easily apply, which is not too thin, not too thick. You can see how beautiful this looks. And there is no such standard ratio to make it. It is completely upon how you want to use it. So first, let me show it to you on this flute. We will just simply dip it in golden color and then just start applying it onto the flute. And see how easily it gets caught. Make sure that you don't leave any spaces, so the chocolate doesn't is not visible. It should look completely made with gold. This will give more rich look to your chocolate garnish. Different chocolate garnish require different color combination, but this is for the Janmashtami decoration, and the golden color will look more good, as it will be very symbolic to the Lord Krishna. Now again, if you're working in an air conditioning room, there are high chances that while you are working, your evaporex will start to evaporate, and you will have that the golden color will get thick. So you feel free to add evaporates into your edible golden dust while you are working. So don't get worried that it has dried out. Now what to do? Just simply add a small amount of evaporates and you are ready to go. Now this is the first side. I will let it set and then I will cover the back side as well. So I'm just gonna keep it aside. Then let me show you how we will coat in our matuki. Now first I will just add a small amount of evaporex in our color. So again it's very it gets smooth and applicable. Now there is two different ways you can apply it. First you can just simply hold it in your hand and apply it just like we did in the flute, or you can do one more thing is, if you are working while sitting and you're comfortable doing that, you can do one more thing. Let me just show you in a minute. First let me show you this way. Just lightly apply it and leave no space. Keep applying it until the whole area is covered properly. Now see, again it has started to get dried up and look so beautiful and authentic old gold utensil. What you can do is take any type of styrofoam and put stick on it, put it deep inside it, and then what you can do is just keep it in center. And because your matki is hollow, you can lightly put it inside, and then while you are sitting you can just dip the brush and start applying. It will move, but don't worry, it will not break or crack your matuki. If you use thicker stick, it will be more easy for you to apply it. But if you are working while you are standing, it is much recommended that you just hold it in your hand, so it gets easier for you to apply. Again my evaporex mixture has dried up, so I will add little more evaporex and finish this matuki and flute from all the sides. Now you can see our chocolate flute is also ready, and our chocolate matuki is also completely ready. Now you can use it as a garnish for your cakes. You can put it on the cake, pipe whipped cream on it as like a falling white makhan, or you can just put some chocolates, make a bigger one, put some chocolates for kids, and allow them to break it, eat this whole matki, and take the chocolates from inside. Or you can make a complete big size of matuki to give the pinata, make cake pinata for Janmashtami. Creativity is at your end. You can do it as you like it. So now you know how you can easily make flute and matuki with chocolate. May it be in any size, you can follow this simple step to completely make the chocolate matuki and chocolate flute. I hope you have enjoyed today's chocolate session where we made chocolate matuki and chocolate flute for Janmashtami. I am sure you will make this at your home for your kids or at your bakery to decorate your cakes. If you make chocolate matuki and flute and post it on Instagram, do tag me. I would surely love to see your creations. And if you are looking to level up your baking game, then check out my YouTube channel where I have shared so many professional baking and pastry recipes. Until we meet next time, keep learning, keep baking, be crazy.